Barron Trump may be the most low-key of the Trump children, but he can't escape the spotlight. From a chubby-cheeked baby to a towering young man, Barron's grown up right in front of our eyes. As Melania Trump told Palm Beach Daily News, Barron Trump wasn't just an easy pregnancy for her, but a dream once he arrived, too. Melania described little Barron as a very happy and calm baby, adding, "He's very curious, he wants to see what's going on, and he loves company." Even back then, Barron knew how to let his mother know what he wanted, getting super excited when he saw the bottle coming. As for which family member the little guy looked like, clearly there was only one choice. Melania proudly shared, "He reminds me of Donald, and a little bit of my dad. The baby looks like Donald. He has my eyes and beautiful brown hair. He has long fingers and long legs."
Well, I say I have two kids. I have a big boy, Donald, and I have a little boy, Barron.
In 2009, Melania bragged to People magazine that Barron, who was just 3 years old at the time, was already multilingual. She said, "He speaks my language, Slovenian, English, and French." Barron subsequently attended the exclusive Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. When Donald was elected president for the first time in 2016, he and Melania decided to keep Barron in New York City to finish the school year. Speaking to Us Weekly, Melania explained that uprooting her 10-year-old son wasn't an option. She noted, "At that age, it's hard to explain to them. If they love school, if they love friends, they don't want to lose that." Although the decision for Barron and Melania to remain in New York City rather than immediately move to Washington, D.C. raised eyebrows, the family eventually united in the White House in June 2017. The move was especially notable because it marked the first time in more than 50 years that a presidential son lived there.
I think it's great.
All three of the preceding presidents only had daughters, while other presidents since JFK had sons, they were adults and didn't live in the White House. Barron also made history as the first presidential child to attend St. Andrew's Episcopal in Potomac, Maryland. As he grows up, Barron's interests are coming to the fore. At a Liberty University forum, Melania revealed that Barron doesn't use social media, but is all into sports. Soccer appears to be his go-to, as the teenager was spotted wearing an Arsenal FC jersey, while he also met DC United players during the White House Easter egg roll in April 2017. He even played midfielder for DC United's Development Academy for the 2017-2018 season. Barron then joined the Arlington Soccer Association for the 2018-2019 season. Donald Trump's final day in office during his first term was January 20th, 2021. His adult children were all present at his final speech as leader, but Barron was noticeably absent from the day's events. Barron was also not photographed walking with his father and mother when they left the White House for the last time. People magazine chalked up Barron's absence to his mother's preference for keeping him away from cameras and photographers during their tenure at the White House, and noted that Barron was on board the flight that the rest of his family took to Miami following the speech. It's believed that Barron spent time in his family home at Mar-a-Lago following the end of his time in the White House. Unlike his adult siblings and his mother, Barron also did not make any kind of statement following his father's departure from office.
"We did what we came here to do, and so much more."
Barron had a lot to look forward to following the end of his family's time in the White House. Likely at the top of that list was his first post-White House birthday in March 2021, when he turned 15 years old. To mark her son's birthday, Melania shared a photo on X of two balloons shaped like the numbers 1 and 5. Barron's older sister, Tiffany, also marked the occasion with a birthday tribute to her little brother on Instagram. She shared a throwback photo of herself and a much younger Barron smiling together and wrote, "Happy 15th birthday, B. I love you." It became clear that the Trump family intended to stay in Florida when Barron enrolled at the Oxbridge Academy in Palm Beach. The school's director of advancement, Scott Siegfried, made a short announcement confirming Barron's impending attendance at the private school, saying, "We look forward to welcoming him into our school and community." Siegfried also noted that Barron's attendance at the school presented a unique opportunity, as this was the first time the academy had to account for the presence of Secret Service agents on school grounds. Founded in 2011 by William Koch, the private school sits on 54 acres and serves students in grades 6 through 12. It seems that leaving the White House might have given Barron and his father the opportunity to grow closer together. In a lengthy April 2021 article about Donald Trump's life since leaving the presidential residence, People noted that several locals in the Mar-a-Lago area had spotted Barron and Donald playing golf together. A source told the outlet that this wasn't a common occurrence, though, and it certainly garnered a lot of attention from onlookers. The source added, "For those who see Donald playing golf so frequently, they have rarely seen him with Barron, but Barron does spend plenty of time with his mother." A spokesperson for the family told the outlet at the time that Barron remained Melania's top priority.
She's a really loving, beautiful mom, and there's nothing more important than her son.
Because public photos of Barron are pretty rare, many were surprised in July 2021 when the New York Post shared several photos of the teenager with his mother in New York City. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of the photos is that Barron had grown to a towering 6 feet 7 inches tall. Only a month earlier, Donald Trump spoke about how much Barron had grown at a political event in North Carolina. He revealed that at 6 feet 7 inches, his youngest son had now eclipsed the formerly tallest member of the family, Eric Trump. Donald said, "Barron is 6'7". Can you believe it? And he's 15. Eric is short. He's only 6'6".
He's a rather tall young man. He's tall.
Barron was photographed again in July 2022 at the funeral of Donald's ex-wife Ivana, and people were again surprised by his height. When Melania delivered the eulogy at her mother Amalia Nav's funeral in January 2024, she briefly mentioned how close Barron had been with his late grandmother. The First Lady said she showered her grandson Barron with affection, illuminating his world with love, tender care, and unwavering devotion. Barron had almost vanished from the public eye in 2023, but he joined his family to say goodbye to his grandmother. He even posed with them for photos outside the Palm Beach church where the memorial service was held, allowing fans to again see just how much he towered over his parents. Barron had grown so tall that Donald couldn't even build his signature hairstyle high enough to be eye level with his son.
My Barron. My tall Barron. He's very tall.
While he largely kept a low profile in early 2024, Barron did pop up in social media posts shared by Mar-a-Lago guests from time to time. Days after he celebrated his 18th birthday that March, he joined his parents for Easter brunch at the seaside resort, where he was filmed channeling his dad by flashing a thumbs up at onlookers outside. Luckily, Barron wasn't forced to spend all his time at Mar-a-Lago hanging out with his parents. He befriended teen influencer Bo Loudon, a hardcore mega enthusiast, whose parents are members of Donald's Beach Club. Unfortunately, their wild antics sometimes resulted in accidents. According to the Daily Mail, a dip in the club's pool ended badly for Loudon when he fell and suffered a broken arm. The two teens also crashed one of Donald's golf carts, but a source assured the Daily Mail it was all very minor, a fender bender. It just shows that these boys are rambunctious. If Barron wanted to wind down in his room after a long day of keeping the Secret Service busy, it seems that his dad sometimes made this difficult. In an April 2024 episode of the PBD podcast, Vincent Oshana recalled a conversation he had with Barron about Donald assuming DJ duties at Mar-a-Lago.
Barron's like, guys, like I'll be in my room and the house is shaking. Like my dad plays the music loud.
But at least he wasn't there to watch his dad bust a move to it. May 2024 was a chaotic month for the Trump family. Donald was busy with his hush money trial in Manhattan, while Barron was preparing to graduate from high school in Palm Beach. Because Barron's graduation took place while his dad was supposed to be in court, Donald had to get the judge's permission to attend the ceremony. Melania joined him to watch their stony-faced son accept his diploma, but all of Barron's siblings skipped his graduation.
He's a good student, great student, actually.
As soon as Barron had that diploma in hand, his former classmates seemed eager to spill the tea on what he was like. They told the Daily Mail that science was one of his best subjects, and while he remained a fan of soccer, he wasn't on the Oxbridge Academy's team. He also did not eat the school's food. One source described Barron as sociable and fun to talk to, but noted he never attended football games or dances. I don't think he met up with anyone outside of school or went on dates. When Donald Trump did an interview with Aiden Ross in August 2024, he told the streamer,
And my son Barron says hello. He's a great young guy, but he's a big fan of yours.
Ross has a history of platforming controversial guests, including Nick Fuentes. Then there's Andrew Tate, whom prosecutors in Great Britain have charged with crimes including human trafficking and rape. All of this is relevant to Barron's life because Tate claims that he has a close relationship with the first son. While speaking to reporters in February 2025, Tate claimed that he was allowed to speak to Barron after the July 2024 assassination attempt on his father.
I'm very close to the Trump family. I know them well.
One of Tate's business associates, Justin Waller, posed for a photo with Barron in April 2024 and later explained to the Daily Mail, Bo Loudon reached out to me and told me that Barron watches my content and would like to invite me to dinner at Mar-a-Lago. That November, Barron was spotted chatting with another divisive figure of a slightly different flavor during Thanksgiving dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Elon Musk later revealed on X, I was discussing consciousness and video games with Barron. Even though he didn't make his first appearance at a political rally until July 2024, Barron was more involved in his dad's campaign than many people realized. He was working hard for his father behind the scenes by giving him advice, including telling him which podcasts to appear on.
He tells me about all the hot guys, people I never heard about dead. That guy is hot.
In addition to Aiden Ross, Donald chewed the fat with a few other podcasters and streamers popular with young men, including Logan Paul and Theo Von. During a speech in Qatar, Donald recalled to members of the U.S. military. Barron said, Dad, you got to do an interview with a guy named Theo Von. I said, who the hell is Theo Von? He said, Dad, he's such a big guy. You got to do an interview.
My son's a big fan of yours, Barron.
Really, Barron is?
Yeah.
On Fox News, Melania also praised her son for helping his dad make inroads with young male voters.
He was very vocal and he gave an advice to his father.
Instead of attending his father's alma mater, Barron decided to enroll in the business school at New York University, which is known for having a student population that tends to be more liberal. Unfortunately for Barron, his height made it difficult for him to keep a low profile, and some of his classmates occasionally played paparazzi by filming and photographing him covertly. He did, however, avoid being gawked at by dorm dwellers by moving back into Trump Tower while attending classes. On campus, fellow students soon noticed that he was always trailed by his Secret Service detail, which likely made him a rather intimidating target for other freshmen looking to strike up friendships. According to TMZ, Barron did start trying to make friends, albeit in an unconventional way, by asking classmates for their Xbox gamer tags. In Donald Trump's mind, Barron is a tech genius. In a March 2025 appearance on the Ingram Angle, Donald seemed mystified by his son's ability to turn a laptop on.
I turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that?
Pharma bro Martin Shkreli also once bizarrely claimed that Barron created a crypto coin with him, which Shkreli exchanged DMs with Andrew Tate about. The jury's still out on whether or not this is true, but Barron was supposed to help his family tout their cryptocurrency company, World Liberty Financial, during a September 2024 X Spaces live stream. Donald also boasted about his son's cryptocurrency knowledge during the live stream.
He talks about his wallet. He's got 4 wallets or something. And I'm saying, what is a wallet?
Clearly, Donald desperately needed the teen to join in and offer some insight into the Trump's crypto project. But because the interview went so long, Barron decided to leave his dad and older brothers hanging.
Damn teenagers. I'm like the old boomer now. I'm like a grumpy old man with a white beard.
For Donald Trump's inauguration in 2025, Barron debuted a new look. He channeled Christian Bale's American Psycho character Patrick Bateman with slicked back hair and an impeccably tailored suit. The suit was tailored by Nathan Pierce, who told Women's Wear Daily that he previously designed pieces for Justin Waller. The podcaster referred Barron to him. Pierce also offered some rare insight into what Barron is like, saying, he is down to earth, nice as can be, and hospitable. By the time of the inauguration, Barron was 6'9", so he definitely stood out in photos from the event. Fans got to see a lot more of him than usual, as he was filmed and photographed several times throughout the day. Barron also gave his father a lesson in civility by politely shaking the hands of Donald's former rivals, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. While Barron was well-mannered throughout the inauguration, he showed a flash of his ego when he stood and cupped his hand to his ear, encouraging the crowd to cheer louder for him. And according to one report, he had a legit reason to have a big ego. An insider told People in December 2024, he's a ladies' man for sure. He's really popular with the ladies. But according to News Nation, Barron wasn't using his supposed ladies' man rep to play the field. An insider for the outlet claimed, Barron has a really nice girlfriend and hangs out with her a lot. By June 2025, the Trump family's cryptocurrency business had likely netted Barron around $25 million after taxes, according to Forbes, and it wasn't the only money-making venture he undertook. Months earlier, one of Barron's former Oxbridge Academy classmates, Cameron Roxburgh, told Newsweek that they had partnered up to create their own real estate company called Trump, Fulcher, and Roxburgh Capital Inc. But after Donald Trump's election victory, they decided to dissolve the business, with plans to relaunch it at a later date. While Barron would carry on his father's legacy by getting involved in the real estate business, he might not follow him into the political realm. A source told News Nation that the college student wasn't interested in politics. After Barron turned 19 in 2025, another insider told People, Barron is anxious to form his own companies and make money.